Hello, this is Rico Cavella, America's healthy aging trainer and creator of the Ageless Living Lifestyle and the new Be Bold, Never Be Old online wellness club. And this is your Fearless Aging podcast. In this episode, it's just myself. It's just one that I thought of recently, and I think you might enjoy it. And the title is My Cat is My Wellness Guru. Now, I don't know if you love cats or not, or maybe you're a dog person. I like dogs. Of course, dogs are great, but I love cats. I've always had lots of cats. And my current cat, her name is Bella, which means beautiful in Italian. And she is so beautiful. She's actually, I think, the best cat I've ever had. I think there might be a name for her breed, but she's a cross between a Siamese and I guess a Tabby. And she has the markings of both of those, but she has those light blue eyes of a Siamese cat. She's so beautiful and she's so loving. She's really fun and she's real affectionate. She does just hang out with me and sleep with me and cuddle up, and she's just so cool. And to me, cats are just one of the most amazing creatures and animals on this planet. They're just, the way they can move, they're just so sleek and smooth, and they're so athletic. If we were as athletic as a cat, we could just go out in the yard of our house and say, oh, let's go up on the roof. And we just do a little jump. We just jump up and we'd be on the roof. That's how a cat, you've seen cats from a standing still, they can just jump up on a 6-foot fence or even higher. So they're just so athletic and so just, the way they can just move so stealthily and just so cool. They're just, well, that's where the term cool cat came from, right? They're just so cool. And I think they're the only animal that I've ever heard of that actually buries their waste products. That's so cool to them. They dig a little hole and bury it. They're clean. They're so smart. And actually, in many ways, I think they're smarter than a dog because, you can really train a dog to just do what you want and follow you, make them do stuff, stupid things like roll over. But a cat's not going for that. They're too smart. They say, I ain't doing none of that crazy stuff. Although, of course, you can train dogs to do many things that are really helpful. Senile dogs and canine dogs, and dogs serve a lot of good, have a lot of value for us. But cats can also be trained. I don't know if you ever watched the America's Got Talent, but on this last year, they had two ladies who trained cats, and they had them doing things just like dogs, jumping up hoops and climbing over bars. And so cats can even be trained too. And I've never heard of a dog that you can train to go to use the toilet. And many dogs, I know people who have trained their dogs to have trained their cats, to use the toilet. So that's pretty cool. And one more thing before I get into why I tell you that my cat is my wellness guru is that, oh, you're making a mess. Actually, here's my cat. She's here walking onto my keyboard, and she's not a very good typist, but she likes to hang out and try it anyway. So anyway, I wonder if you have seen that YouTube video of this dog is biting this kid in the leg right next to a car, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this cat comes flying up and jumps on the back of the dog and chases the dog off of the little boy. It is so amazing. I mean, it's just like, if you haven't seen that, just Google that. Just Google a cat chasing a dog from biting a little kid. It is so amazing. It's one of the most coolest thing I've ever seen. And so, again, I just think cats are so smart and amazing because they do what they want, and yet, they come up and charm us when they want something. They just rub up against you and say, come on, give me a massage. So here's why my cat is my guru, and that's why if you just have a cat and you see how cats live, there's something that you can follow. First of all, and one of the most important things is they're always in the present moment, right? They're in the now. They're open to anything. They don't worry about what happened the previous moment. I'm sure you've seen a cat that maybe did fall off something. They just roll over and get up and then they act like nothing happened. They just walk away like nothing happened, you know. And of course, any wild animal, not only cats, they have to be able to be that in the present moment, because if they're trying to hunt and they're unsuccessful and they were like humans, they get all upset and all worried and all nervous that they couldn't do it. They would they wouldn't be able to survive, you know. So even though they fail or one attempt, they totally forget about it and they're ready for the next one with no fear and just go for it. So, but they're always in the present moment. They're just always alert, ready to go, whatever's happening. Uh, it doesn't matter what happened 1 minute before. They're in the present moment. So, uh, and then the next one is that cats don't rush. They take their time. They're so present. They take their time. They don't rush. You know what's interesting is, have you noticed if you have a cat or a dog, if you open the door for a dog, the dog just runs out. But a cat, my cat, they'll stick their head out, they'll look on both sides, see what's going on, they check things out. They're really careful, which this is what I should learn how to do more, be a little more careful, see what I'm doing, not just jump into things, and pay a little more attention. But, cats just take their time, they look, check things out, they're really careful. So that's a good thing to do. And then when it comes to eating, very few cats overeat or just eat anything. I have known a couple of friends that had this. Well, I knew this one friend had this one big cat. He was like a dog. You put a bunch of food in his plate, he just rush over and just gobble it up like a dog. But most cats take their time. My cat always have. They walk up and they check it out. They smell it first. They go, let me see. I want this. Is this what I should eat right now? They take their time. They check it out. They don't eat anything just because it's there. They don't eat too much at one time. I guess there are a few fat cats, but most cats stay pretty healthy and lean, and they don't overeat. My cat definitely doesn't overeat. My cat also meditates. Have you seen cats, how they just sit up in that position and they're just still and they're just looking around? They're just always quiet and meditating. And my cat actually meditates with me. When I sit in a chair in the morning, early mornings, she gets up in my lap and sits with me, and we just meditate. So she reminds me, I see her, how she's just sitting there, reminds me to meditate, reminds me not to overeat and make sure I'm eating something that's valuable and not to rush, right? And stay in the present moment. And then, as you know, cats are always stretching. If they're laying down for a while, they get up and they're always stretching. So it reminds you that you need to stretch. That's another thing that keeps you well. And of course, they get plenty of rest, more than we need, but they're always resting. But then again, they're always alert, even though they may be laying down sleeping or seem like they're resting. If it's a loud noise or something happens, boy, boom, they're up and ready to roll and take, do whatever needs to be done. So, but also, I think a lot of people these days don't get enough sleep, don't get enough rest. So you see your cat's taking it easy, getting plenty of rest. So that's another thing that you can learn from your cat. Cats also keep themselves really clean and well groomed. They're always grooming, keeping themselves clean. That's another aspect of wellness. And they also, most cats are, pretty quiet. They don't talk too much. They don't bark. They meow sometimes. Actually, my cat is kind of a talker. She likes to talk, but they don't overdo it. They just talk when it's something necessary. That's another good thing to be well. And of course, they do exercise. They like to run and jump and play. And sometimes cats will just take off running around, even in the house or outside, and they'll jump and play and have a lot of fun. And if you actually will play with them, you know how you get like a little string or a rope and roll it around in a circle or drag it, they'll just run after it. So they do get their exercise. And of course, they love to get massage, which is very helpful for you. Anytime my cat just loves me to give her a rub and massage. So all these things that I see how my cat likes and what they do, that's why my cat's my wellness guru. She's in the present moment. She doesn't rush. She doesn't overeat. She meditates. She stretches. She gets plenty of rest. She keeps herself clean. She gets exercise. She gets massages. So all those things. So I just thought that was kind of fun. And but those are all things that we just talked about. What my cat or what cats do is, I think it's valuable. And actually, there's so many things that we can learn from animals. Uh, as a matter of fact, yoga, I think the vast majority, well, I would say the vast, but I think some of the original basic postures people learn from watching animals. That's why they're named after animals, you know, like the cat and the dog and the cobra and the cat cow and all these different names they have because they saw animals doing this, and that's where they began to do these same kind of stretches and postures as animals would do just instinctively, and then of course they implement added a lot of new ideas and implemented a lot of new different ones. But so we can learn a lot from animals, and of course, animals give us love, you know, unconditional love, especially dogs. But my cat does too. My cat just loves to hang out with me and be with me. So she gives me a lot of companionship and love. So, in addition to all the things you learn from watching them, but just to have an animal with you, as we all know, pets really are important. They're really helpful. And there's been studies that do show that people with pets are a little bit healthier and actually live longer. So I just thought I would talk a little bit about my cat because she's such a real cool little lady, Bella, my cat Bella. So before I go, I just again remind you that um, my online wellness club, it's at beboldneverbeold.com. And we still have that special where you can join up for first 30 days. You get 4 personal training videos from me. I think they're really highly valuable ones. You'll get some really good benefit out of them. And then if you like it, it's a small monthly fee. And you're going to get all the training that you need to develop your own personal ageless living lifestyle, and will give you real proven solutions for most of the health challenges that people are dealing with, like how to sleep better, you know, how to reduce that excess body fat permanently, how to have more energy, how to get rid of aches and pains, and you know, how to stick with a healthy eating program. What is a healthy eating program? You know, how can I determine what best foods are best for me? How to stick with a proper exercise program, and on and on, and all these things that people really need clarity on and really need to learn what is the truth and what really will work for them. And so I think it's a really valuable service, and I put this together so I could reach more people. You know, I can't train everybody one-on-one. So these are all proven strategies that I've learned in my 37 years as a personal health and fitness trainer. So I know they work for other people, they work for me and my clients, and they'll work for you as well. So go to beboldneverbeold.com and check it out. I'd love to have you join our community. And it comes when you join, you also get a free phone coaching session with me. So I'd love to meet you and see what's going on with you and how I can be of help. So thanks very much for listening. And I think that's the end of today's episode, that my cat is my wellness guru. I hope you enjoyed that.